10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 2021 TransCape HPL Virtual Tour is underway. Welcome to it all. Fantastic. Look at you go. A little bit of tar to lead in on the ride, and then you'll hit the gravel and the dirt, and then we'll see who's picked the right bikes and been doing the training. I know that all you guys and girls in Canada have been doing a heap of training indoors and on the virtual platforms like this Zwift, so I know you'll be in great condition. I don't see any of our South African riders here, but hopefully we'll gather some as we move on. Wonderful to see. There, Blair's looking good on his mountain bike, on the HPL cyclist. A little group on the front already. Tyson going well from Toronto, Tyson. 4 away, 3 mountain bikes and one on the gravel bike tucked in neatly. The lead-in is around 6Ks, I think it is. And sort of figure of 8, isn't it? It's you do the Mayan Bridge section back and forth, I think in 2 different directions. Beautiful scenery as well. There it is. That's lovely. I like to hear them. You know, as a commentator, you just sit inside the race. Now you're sitting inside the race and you can hear the efforts. It's really cool. Kim McKechnie going very nicely as well. Yeah, he's a regular. I know you guys all ride very often together, I've noticed, which is fantastic. It's such a lack of community. How the pandemic has brought us all closer together in many ways, having not seeing each other, but yet being able to meet up on these rides so regularly. It's amazing. It has broadened the cycling community. I know the cycling community in this country is exploding, and I think the hunger for real events has just been fed by riding all these virtual events, and so hopefully this time next year, Wayne Lenore will be putting our feet up ahead of our evening function at the end of day 1 of the TransCape.
Absolutely.
It's I'll tell you what, they're going at a cracking pace here. I rode that first section from last year's start up Montague Pass. I'll tell you what, I think I would have been way out the back of this little group. Some very, very strong riders here. Very good to see.
Very good. We have a good group around myself right now. Going uphill.
Paul, are you in the first group?
No, I'm not. Not a chance.
There, Tyson, Kim, all there, no doubt. Going beautifully. Which makes this TransCape so special. For those riders who perhaps aren't that aware, it is not just a 7-day journey from the Southern Cape, Niza, George area to Franschhoek and the Winelands. It's a soulful journey. It's about connecting with the communities. It's about connecting with each other. And a small event like this really does do that in the most amazing way. And so people along the route will be looking out for us, no doubt, as we get to Brayton and Riversdale and towards Swellendam and the like over the next week. Traditionally, those communities would be really geared up to welcoming us. Unfortunately, they're not this year. Let's hope we'll be able to be enjoying their hospitality next year, because that's what it's all about. Jason Thomas is there as well. Jason, all part of this lead group. Nice to see you. Gravel bike, suffering a little perhaps in these conditions. The mountain bikes look as though they're the weapon of choice. Yeah, I mean, Wayne, I think the beauty of the event, I mean, as we're watching these incredibly strong riders hammer along here now, it really is just under 10.5 Ks gone of a 19K actual race, 26K, I think is the total distance the guys will be riding. A significant amount of climbing. But the characters and the personalities we've had over the years, Billy Stelling winning the event, I think in 2016. We had some real pros, HP Korea, Stuart Marais, Anko Kachelhofer, those lot in 2018. Yuki Ikeda came from Japan, one of the top riders in Japan. He rode it in 2018. And remember the trio of wonderful women we had. I think it was 2016. Esther Sus, Sharon Laws, the late, wonderfully gifted and wonderful personality Sharon, and Catherine Williamson joined us in 2016 and showed us exactly how to ride mountain bikes. They were amazing then. Nick Ligier in that first year, 2015, the Belgian, he brought his team out and won the event and brought great flavour and character to our evening presentations every evening with his dissertation on the day's ride. Vic Williams, where's Vic? We should have Vic with us. Vic is very much an outdoors man. I don't know that we would ever see him getting on a virtual trainer. There's now 3 riders together here. I think that Blair is away up front. They're right up, but I think these 3 are keeping a nice close eye on them. Vegas, Gregory Wilson is with us in Saudi Arabia. You and Regan keeping each other company, Vegas.
I cannot have at the moment. I'm literally standing with a glass of wine in my hand and I'm watching TransCape. No stress, no fight, no worries on this planet. And I hope everybody's extremely happy with the accommodation tonight and with the food on their plate. All good.
Yeah, it's an extraordinary event, the TransCape. For those, most of you, I think, I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like we have about 8 on the entry list, 8 or 9 riders who Adam Grieve, I don't think Adam's with us here. Wim Vermeer from Belgium. Brendelin has thinked it 2 years ago. And the Aussie, Stuart and Damien, I don't think are with us. It might be a little bit late at night for them to join us. But Stuart Cathcart and Damien Ingram were with us a couple of years ago as well. Great characters as well. But this is social distance riding at its very, very best. Yeah. So it just is amazing how we've brought these people together from all over the world, small fields, and I think that Wayne and Anor got that right in many ways. I know that big fields are, lead to, obviously there's more cash involved and there's all sorts of other benefits of having a big field, but having a field of around 100 riders really does lend itself to a wonderfully intimate vibe. Everyone gets to know each other over the week. You share the shuttles to and from the accommodation, and you get to really get to know the event, the people who run the event, the people who ride the event so well. And I think that's a secret. I think that the TransCape has kept well and keeps it going. I think that the intimacy of the event is so important. So long may that continue in the future. Vegas.
Hey, watching. Great Wolf and Living Row.
You're waiting for Wayne and the e-bike behind you. He's not there, I'm afraid.
I was waiting for Wayne to come on the East Coast again.
I remember the last ride with you when I done the stage 1 was about 3 years ago, Vegas, on the nice Lucky Jordan. Stage 1 there. We had a fantastic ride that day. You stretched me to my limits that day, man. I was duly impressed.
Yeah.
Those small cups of coffee in the morning, I'm telling you.
Wim Vermeer. Hello, Wim.
Hey,
nice to
boom.
see you from Belgium. I wasn't sure if you're with us. Lovely to have you with us. Yeah. Another wonderful supporter and other events in South Africa. The Belgians love coming out to ride, and Wim, we've had a wonderful collection of Belgians over the years. Great supporters of TransCape, from Nick and Wim and the like. So yeah, fantastic to see Wim still going strong. Wim. Big V, Vernon. From Joburg.
There we go.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here we are hosting TransCape with HPLCycling, which is absolutely wonderful. But it's a South African event, and we've got precious few South Africans with us today.
Lifetime. Actually, I'm not too sure where I am, but I can tell you I'm 18 kilometers in.
18 kilometers in. It looks like, well, we're watching someone here now that looks
Blair.
like they are just close on 20 kg. Oh,
I am
Yeah, Blair.
with a large group of Canadians.
Yeah.
Blair going beautifully, yeah, really, really strong.
Somebody just went past me going the wrong way. I'll be here. Most of us hit our houses inside between 20 and 22 degrees Celsius. So we're actually warmer here in winter inside than you guys are there in winter. Growing up in South Africa, it's always colder in winter there than here. So warm houses and working furnaces are great. 28 years
Okay.
in Canada.
Okay.
In Canada.
Closing in on 35 minutes. 20 Ks of riding at the moment. Our front markers, Ed Dilsner going nicely. Nice.
So Blade Rider is still 2.5 minutes ahead of Ed, and
Okay.
he's followed by Steve Dick, Dave Bitchie, and McKechnie. So Ed Dilsner is still fifth, followed by Brian Bukowski.
Sounds like Jeff Hine from Saskatoon has a flat tire on his
Oh.
trailer. He may be out. We'll see how fast. We'll see how fast he can change his tire.
Can you actually get a flat tire?
Yes. In real life. Real life. Yes.
Okay.
Too much power, too much heat.
Okay.
It's a sort of badge of honor if you get a flat tire.
Oh, sure it is. Yeah.
Generating too much wattage there.
So we've caught up with a trio of Kelly Kudrick, Christian Tan, and Bob Holtzhausen. Bob Holtzman, sorry. And just in the back you can see a pillar of light.
Yes.
That's actually Paul. Paul is the leader of the race.
Paul, if you come out here and you ride this event, curry favor with the right people, you could get an e-bike. Because apparently some of the organizers ride around on e-bikes here. So
This is what I've heard. So I did. I was with that group of folks for 42 minutes, and I
Well
knew
done.
from the start that I was punching a little above my weight. So I'm very happy with that so far.
So, Albie, there you go, looking very spiffy and flying along, good stuff. Now, Marco Finazzi, in fact, is one of our riders from a couple of years ago at the TransCape. He and Giulio Dino Lodovicio joined us and actually did really, really well. They had a pretty good international field that year. Damien and Stuart, the Australians, were with us. Spignew and Pavel, the Poles, and Marco and Giulio were with us. And Marco joining us again here on the virtual event as well, so fantastic. Still supporting TransCape, and hopefully bring some more of your friends and riders out from Italy. Marco Finazzi.
Definitely.
How tough is the route, Paul?
It's deceivingly hard, being split about 50-50 climbing and descending
Yeah.
on a gravel surface. It looks not very difficult, but it 100% creeps up on you.
Yeah.
That's true. Blair is from Esterhazy, Saskatchewan. He is a high school teacher, and he is a great cyclist. Superb volunteer for the community, doing lots of fat biking, grooming, mountain bike scene, fat bike scene, road, running, everything. A great all-rounder with a lot of power. Right, but
Oh, yes.
we may not have mountains. but we have never-ending wind. So you go for a ride, and essentially the entire ride is a mountain. Most of our mountain bike systems are built in government provincial park type land, crown land. So it's you can just come and go as long as you have a park pass.
Nice.
Ian is in Saskatoon. That's correct. One of our master's development riders.
Good day.
He's got himself on a nice structured training plan this winter. Seeing some great gains. Yes. Excellent fellow.
So we're watching Anna Valenti. Anna Valenti
Oh,
is,
Anna, excellent.
she's a young lady from Saskatoon, and her main goal this year is to take part in what they call randoneering, which is also this riding event. Anna is very well versed in live streaming. She's got thousands of fans in Asia, Europe, and North America, and she's currently live streaming this on her own channel.
I take her to a whole new level. And last year she was collecting Strava QOMs like candy. So, so this year, watch out. It's going to be a whole new level. Very strong.
She's
sitting
riding
behind
this.
Daniel Fuller.
Mark Griffiths is another real beauty. He's from Bragg Creek, Alberta. Ex-military. He's been all over the world. He's about an hour southeast of Banff, Canada. A real gentleman, real great guy. Strong cyclist, mountain biking, road biking, well, a little bit of mountain biking. Very proud to have him here today. You know, gravel is a huge scene in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
So gravel is extremely popular and growing. So lots of us dabble in all three.
Yeah.
And fat biking too, like tons of fat biking.
Fat biking, yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
a couple of people in the ride today, Jeff Hine in Saskatoon, and others. Very instrumental in building the fat bike scene in Saskatchewan.
Okay.
We need a lot of props.
I'd call out Brock Campbell, Larry up in Red Lake,
Yeah, Brock Campbell. Yeah,
and
yeah.
Blair down in Esterhazy.
Blair and Esterhazy.
Yeah. Lots of effort put into those trails with
Yeah.
mini snowmobiles called snow dogs stuff. So fat biking, you know, you guys go out at minus 30. You know,
Oh, yeah.
crazy, but I stop at minus 20 wind chill. It's myself my
Yeah.
own limit.
Yeah.
I was going to say most people minus 15 would be absolutely no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus 15 on the cyclocross with studded tires.
Okay. But I mean, that's one of the things, Wayne, I think that makes TransCape so special is the huge variety of terrain and weather, with the coastal ride through the forest and then into the dry harshness of the Klein Karoo, and then back over to the Overberg region, and then into the wineland. So it's so varied. It really is, I think, a wonderful example of everything that South Africa has to offer, particularly in this southern Cape area.
Just to give you an update, so Blair Drader is currently at 37.5 kilometers, and I think he's probably got about 11 kilometers to finish, and he's followed by Dave Bitchie at 37.0, so Dave is about 700 meters behind.
It's again, I mean, I think you know that's again. And we have guys who come out and race every year, and that's what you expect. I think over the years we've always seen such great camaraderie between the front guys and girls who are racing it out, and you know, there's never an issue. There's no prize money. It's just a beautiful journey and a wonderful way to challenge one another and to get to see the country, to get to be part of this beautiful journey. Yeah, no, it's a very special thing, and you know, we've got to be aware, those of you I'm sure you are aware, even wherever you are all over the world, that we've had a really tough lockdown in South Africa with a lot of the hospitality venues. The hospitality industry has been severely struck by the lockdowns, and many won't survive. Many haven't, and many won't. But hopefully, all those that we visited over the years through Meisner, George, and Swellendam, and Riversdale, and Greyton, and up to Hohoken, of course, and Franschhoek. Hopefully, they'll up and running and ready to welcome us next year. But yeah, it's been tough for them, that's for sure. And let's hope they survive, and these events will come back and they'll be able to welcome us.
Absolutely. I mean, one forms good friendships with a lot of these partners all along the way over a number of years. So it's always bitterly sad to see them struggling in times like this. They literally make their life off a lot of events like TransCape and other activities all throughout the area. So yeah, they are also part of TransCape. We really do hope that they get through this whole thing, and we can all connect up again next year. Absolutely.
So Blair Drader is just coming up to 12.3 kilometers, and he's flying along at about 20 k's an hour. So we anticipate he's probably going to do it complete in about 1.5 hours.
A transparent blue finish line, and that's when he's done.
You can see it at the top of the screen.
Ah, yes, okay, top right.
There's an archway across the
yes.
road.
Coming up there.
And he's actually slowing down.
Blair Drader, who's going to win the first stage of the TransCape in association with HPLCycling. Well done, Blair. Fantastic.
And second, just behind him, we've got Dave. And then
Bitchy.
Yep.
Victoria, British Columbia, Canada.
Here comes Dave in second place, eh? There goes Dave. Well done, Dave.
Oh,
excellent job. Hard Dave.
And this is our third place rider.
Nice.
And he's just finished.
Well done. Nice.
great job,
Nice
good job.
And our fourth, Kim McKechnie is our fourth place rider.
So, ladies, over the line then.
Kim in fourth place. Also one of your regular riders, I think, yeah?
Yeah, he's participated with us before. I believe he's in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we.
Ed?
Yeah.
I'm through.
Well done, Ed.
Hold on it.
Big effort. This really did look tough. I mean, 46 k's, hour and 20 minutes or so. That's a big effort.
That's right. And any ride you do on a trainer, you might as well times it by 1.5.
Yeah. Good job.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brian.
First training ride for the 2022 TransCape done.
So our next rider through is Alex Ryback from Saskatoon, or Saskatchewan at least.
I believe he's in Saskatoon.
There was Vegas. There's Vegas. Nice going, Vegas.
That is
5.8.
They're not sneaking off the back.
There we go.
I think our next rider is Lawrence Angelot. He's also from Saskatoon. I think he's going to be the next guy at 45.5 kilometers.
couple hundred meters for Lawrence to finish a really hard day. This is a hard morning's ride for all of you. But it's done, the morning's done, and the morning ride, and it's the rest of the day when it's minus 33 or whatever it might be. Does it get warmer during the day?
A little bit.
In June.
Yeah.
Jason Horner looks as though he's finished.
I think it's Lee Stewart, Lee Turk. They are next in line to finish. And then Bob Holtzman.
Well, thank you for doing this. I enjoyed the commentary.
No, it's fun. I mean, this is definitely not a. It's a very different environment, but it's amazing. Earlier to actually, you don't often get. No, it's only virtual, but you don't get as close as this. So it's lovely. Thank you guys for arranging it all and for being so proactive and getting it sorted. I think really for the TransCape, for Wayne and Lenore to have this sort of initiative exactly a year to the day when the event was meant to take place, or it is meant to take place, is fantastic. So it's wonderful to have your contribution and your participation. Hello. It should be. Well done. Fantastic.
So our next riders to complete are going to be Barry Otterson and Paul Cutting.
Come on, Paul, take him.
I'm watching 0.6K.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, good job, Barry.
Take care of those center.
Race brain. There you have it, folks.
Yeah.
Look at now he's leaving you in the dust there, man.
So our next rider that we're coming up to is Larry McCommon from Saskatoon. And Larry is a guy that does at least 100 kilometers a day.
Every day.
Every day.
Wow.
Winter and summer.
Is Larry another of your Saskatoon riders?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
100
Larry,
Ks a day, every day. Wow.
yeah. So Larry rides predominantly with a club called Horizon 100, and they try and ride 100 Ks as often as possible. But Larry just does it every day.
Which is as often as possible.
Yes. Yes.
That's amazing.
I'm just behind Vim, but I think I'm going to have to stop. Hopefully I stop before the line, because otherwise I think I might get kicked out of the ride. Oh, yeah, so there's no brakes on these bikes. So I'm just going to stop. I've just stopped under the arch, and now we're going to look at. Thank you, Terry. So we're now watching Terry Lazaro. Rider. As well. And the Christian Tan is just completed, and I have now gone through the finish line.